Hello and welcome to the first episode on the Rolling Retros YouTube channel. Today I will be changing the strut mounts on my 1988 Volkswagen Mk2 Golf as the right hand side one has epically failed. I've never attempted or completed this job before, so in the spirit of this channel, please come on this learning journey with me as I either fix or fail tragically. So let's get to it.
Okay, so now we've got the T47 in place and the 22mm socket. Basically just going to try and take the tension off the bolt now. So try and keep them close together like this, just so you've got more of a push on both. So the idea is to hold this in place and put a little bit of force on. Make sure it's on the tighten on the wrench, and this one is the one you want to pull. So. Okay. Yep. Good. Okay, so that's looking good. Okay. Don't want to loosen it too much at this point because so you've got to still lift the car up, take the wheel off, don't want the whole thing to fall out. But it's off enough. We can move on to the next one. So on to the next one now. Pretty much the same thing. Just make sure that it's close enough, and then just use the tension off. There we go. So you can notice here I'm holding this in place and then just moving the wrench, and what's that doing is loosening this plate here. You see with this one though, it's not loosening the plate because this one's actually the broken one, but in general you're supposed to change them both at the same time. But we can still see it will come off still. It's just loosened. This spring is going to fly off. Tension. Worried about this one. Spinning the whole thing loosen it too or fly cast on the floor. Yeah, let's see. It's not still. Okay, so okay, maybe it's not too bad. Right. Next job, check the car up. So as you know, I don't have any wraps. My brother-in-law's business area here to work on the car. Do have space at the front of that. Looking at the weather, might be just stand up here. Now it's always good, even if you're doing it the old school way, to follow, basic health and safety. So I've got wheel chocks at the back here, just stop the car rolling backwards. Handbrake is on, car is in gear. So as I'm lifting the car this way and the weight shifts back, car won't roll, which obviously, even though I'm not going to be working underneath the car, I still get one foot to roll. So find the jacking point on here. With this car, probably easy to see on camera, but engine-wise, she's pretty good. Everything in terms of steering, brakes, pretty good. Fortunately, she's 37 years old and owned by somebody who wasn't particularly careful with driving. Maybe likes to play bumper cars. But yeah, so the bodywork needs a bit, but that's new thing for me to learn at some stage. But first, tackle the things that I love doing, which is mechanical bits. Hopefully the wheel's still off the ground. Clearance, good. Move on to the next side. And I'll show you in a minute how I learned about the issue with the strut mount on this car. Let's just say, now you've seen me loosen these before. Now I've loosened this should go up and down a little bit. I don't know if you can see that, but this is moving, right? This one, however, you wait and see in a second. Another job for me at some point, so throwing these in. Looks like it's safety. So much. There we are. Good if you ever lift these up, put the safety pin in. Extra precaution, like I said, I didn't do the car today, but that extra bit of safety. Right. It's time for the wobble check. Sounds like it's moving a bit, but it just it's on, it's not. I think it's just. Yeah, we're good. Right, wobble check. So let me show you what I mean by why I noticed that it was broken. So if you can hear that or see that, but yeah. You need to fix it. Let me show you.
Watch. The top mount here. Now I have loosened it a bit, but you'll still be able to see. Yeah, so I need fixing.
Okay, so now it's time to get the wheels off. Because I have done this before. 17? They are 17. And this is new, so everything is a little bit. Ooh. Come on. There we go. Disc. That's good. Okay. Right. Some people for extra safety like to put them underneath the car, but like I said, I'm not underneath the car today. Then if she decides to fall on her ass. It's her own fault, really. Okay, this one is now on the floor. Okay, I'll check this up a little bit more. Oh. Didn't see that. God, I'm only 33 years old. I'm using my knee pads just because too many people in their 50s groaning about their knees, and I think, well, as I don't have a ransoming on my knees quite a lot, I don't know how that sounds, but it's not what I mean. I thought it's best to protect them. And get one set. Straight the brake disc again. I am joking, of course I didn't. I'll show you these brake discs in a minute. I've only just started filming, so I haven't shown these, but I did change these discs a couple of weeks ago. Because the old ones had, well, they were well overdue a change. And yeah, put new discs and pads on. Gave the caliper a little bit of paint just to freshen it up a bit. But yeah, I'll show you. These the brakes I did a couple of weeks ago. You can see you got some normal rust on there while this has been sitting out in the wet, unfortunately. I know, poor car. Doesn't look too bad under here though for a 37-year-old car. I mean, I am going to take the wheel liner off and just give it a clean out. I have had to do some repairs. This is literally just to stop any more spreading for now. Just a bit of primer and rust stopper, although you can see that there is a little bit of rust coming back through. I've got to try and fix that, but yeah, it doesn't look too bad. These brake flexes need changing though. Look at that. I mean, that's just the rubber, but yeah. So while I'm here, actually, what I'm going to do now, now I've got the wheels off, the car up in the air, and I'm going to loosen the tension on these bolts here. This will it, ooh, see, amateur, didn't put that back on when I changed the brakes. Anyway, yeah, this will allow me to then take this off, but and for now, and then I can loosen the rest off and take this out. But yeah, I will do that now. So another thing, because I'm a complete amateur, I didn't put any gas or I use liquid moly was too rusty in Germany. Yeah. I'll put some on now. You need to find the right bolts. These, I would assume, will be Loctite. They've never been off. Sure, we can change the depth of these. We've got 2 millimeter springs at 2 millimeter. Yeah. Anyway, I'm talking to myself and hiding. Probably how most of these videos are going to go, to be honest. Middle 19. Yes. Okay, let's see. Put the impact gun on this. Impact gun, that's the name of it. Then loosened it. Excellent. Now, I would say these are I need to go and get it. Right back. Got my 19 wrench, 19mm wrench. My impact wrench with a 19 socket on it. See what happens. It was 19, wasn't it? I lost my marbles. $17. Shrunk. My brain has shrunk. Where's the 19? Good price. Okay. Take two. Said this would be honest. That's as honest as it gets. That worked. Then came straight out. Didn't damage any of the thread. That would be painful now. No. Good old-fashioned bolt pattern it is, because my MG TF, when I changed the front shocks and springs on that, there's only one bolt that goes through that, and when I took that out, threaded. And I thought it was just incompetent me, but turns out it's just cheap parts. So I had to wait to get a new one from the UK, which, thanks to Brexit, well, yeah. Ooh, okay. One bolt's coming out too. That's good. Before I fully release that, should probably get the jack under here. Hop up. Hop up. So it doesn't kamikaze on the floor. There for me, okay. The mount on here. Gonna need some help from the trusty flathead. Yes, thank you, flathead. Okay. Bolt. Unbolt. Out. I don't want to use that flexi too much, especially as. Oh, still. Goes on that one. Deep clean up before I go back in. Right, this one I'm hoping now will just. Okay, so back to see if we can drop this down without the spring castrating me. Yeah. So, I'm out, and yeah, what's happened is this is just too wobbly and wasn't really tightening up that much. There was a lot of mud that came off here. I don't know what happened, but it looks like previous owner decided they wanted to rally the car, and so it's good to cool, everything's off. That's fine. Perspective. Point the spring that way. So it decides it wants to shoot something that's not near me. So, have a look under here. So, yeah, like the other side, so I did the brakes here, but up there, so not too bad, looks nice and shiny still. No rust, a little bit dirt, but we can clean that. A little bit of surface rust, but I think that's fine. I'll put some surface remover on that. Rust remover, and then yeah, and then this is what it looks like from the top. Hello. So yeah, that is it, and then spring here. So doesn't look too bad. It's just a bit of surface rust, but we can clean some up. Put some rust stopper on that. Yeah, this was the broken one. You can see there's a lot of wobble in here. Ooh, that says Germany on it, so that's good. I don't know what date this is. Again, I would assume this has been changed at some point in its life. But yeah, not bad, not bad. I've got the jack holding the hub up there as well, because if I let that go right now, it would drop. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is bought another new tool, and this is our spring tensioners, or tension release, or do you know what, I don't know what the name is for it, but it's, yeah, it's to hold on to the spring while I start removing other bits, and just in case the spring decides to jump up and punch me in the face. Yeah, so these will be put on there. They're quite good. Again, I don't know, premium, does that mean anything these days? Yeah, Federspanner. This is German, obviously, as I'm in Germany. And Sicherheit pins. Yeah, we'll see. But I'm going to put them on there and then attempt to remove the mount before I put it back in. Okay, so tensioned up the spring. First time I've done this. Have I done it correctly? I don't know. Do I trust it? I don't know. But I've got a choice. I don't really know. So again, I have to use my 22 socket here, and I hope that will loosen. Is this just loose? Oh, wow, okay, yeah. It is just loose. Huh. Now this is the scary bit, because as soon as I take this off, if that spring goes how I go. So I have to be very careful here, and what I'm going to do is just very carefully spin this off, so it's not all the way off, but I know it's some of the way off. I can put the new one on. What is also good practice is to grease up the new part. I haven't done that, so I need to go and get my grease. I will be back, and I'm going to again point that way just in case it decides. That's it. I'm back. Still there. Okay, so I've got my moly grease to put on, some handlight, and need to get some rust. Bungalow, German company. But yeah, this is the most, I would say, scary job. Because if this goes wrong, could lose fingers, could lose limbs. Grease pot open ready. Okay. Extra glove. Okay, so this is well, it feels pretty tension, so I think we're okay. Clean, actually. I might, if this is going to hold, and I could always just put it over there and then give the shock absorber a bit of a clean up. So let me, it's not told to be. Okay, well, this is the nut between me and the spring, which is now off. Ooh. This is the old strut mount, which has seen better days. This is the part, and then we have the spring. Very carefully take the okay, right, let's just quickly have a look at the spring. Yeah, it looks alright. I'll just put some rust converter on there and paint, but for now it is sitting right out the way, because if that goes, I will not be here anymore. Okay, that's not a good sign. Should that be happening? Probably not. I think my shock absorber might be best before date. That means one day I have to do all this again. Great. But I don't know, is that normal? I mean, in other cars I've done, I say other cars, I've only done the MG, that was not normal, but somebody might tell me different. So what I've got here is a scratchy brush, not one you'd want to comb your beard or your hair with, but just to give this a bit of a clean up. And the benefit of working on my father and brother-in-law business yard is any mess like this just blends in. leaking, I would say so. I mean, the car didn't bounce so much when we're driving. Spring maybe is doing a lot of the tension. Let's see. It has its tooth. Can't see it very well. Has its tooth. Or in the UK, it's called an MOT. Next year, the MOT is every year in the UK. If you're from the UK, you will sorrowfully know that. Tooth in Germany is every 2 years. And because I have historic plates on the car, so you'll see from the one of the previous views that the number plate ends with a H. That means that it's historic. Still have to have a tooth, but also they, because I have the H plate, they also check that I'm still keeping original as much as possible. So when I'm changing and improving things, I am keeping check of that. Made it look messy. I'm gonna put some P-Tech rust bundler or rust converter. Scabby bit, just make sure that we get some more mileage, or kilometers. Right, just give this a bit of a spray with the going to put some rust converter on here, but I will still give it a spray of hammerite, just to freshen it up a bit. Perfect. Nice. I can there for a minute. And not move. There. Again. And there's loads of sand here. Paint. And all done. And then it disappears. It's a great place to work. Great place. Okay. Now, while that is setting and drying, doesn't take long. Quickly give the top plate a bit of a clean. Now, bear in mind, this is the first time I've ever done this. I know it seems like I'm very experienced and know exactly what I'm doing. I've watched videos, I've prayed, but this is the first time I've ever done. It's the first time I've ever done. When I say this, I did replace the front two shocks and springs on the MGTF. They came as a whole unit, didn't need to tension any springs, didn't need to take any bits and pieces off. It was replacing some horrible hard suspension with nice soft ride kit, which makes some difference. Unfortunately, they weren't really built for comfort when I think they were produced just because they were supposed to be a British roadster, and yeah, that does the job. Is this really broken? Definitely not going to good to know what date this was manufactured on, but I don't think it has the date on it. It just has Germany on it, which is good because that's where we are. Ooh, there is a bit of not seated very well. Look. See? It's oh well. Let's get the out. First, let's make sure we have the right fit. So, on first, yes, it's a bit high, but that's fine. I think it's just where it's been. Oh, that is also more prominent. Ha. Is that? Oh yes. Oh, I see what's happened. So, it's supposed to look like that. See, it's got a bit of a gap here. That's further sunk. That one, oh, where is it? Up there. So, let me show you what's happened. Can't actually get it out. Let me. It is so worn. I thought maybe I could push this bit up and it would come out, but it is so in there. It's so that was broken, so I'm glad it's being changed. Okay, so let's give this a clean. I wonder if that shock is finito. If you know, or if you're watching this and you think, God, I've changed hundreds of these, and yours is toast, please let me know. Then I can order another one and go through this painful anxiety with the journey again. Oh no. In fact, this car was manufactured in 1988, which is before the unification of Germany. So the car was manufactured in what was West Germany at the time. So there's a lot of parts on this car that still say W. Point Germany, which is West Germany. Interesting. This will be dryish. Just going to remove some of this force converter. Excellent. Hammerite is on its way out. This is getting covered in sand. Okay, right. I will let that dry for a little bit, and while that's drying, I'm going to take the wheel arch off. So I can have a look at the condition of the wheel arch underneath all the plastic. We need some bolts, I think. Let's see. Right, this is a 10. Why are you going to be a 10? Of course we're not. What's this? 12. Even worse. Let's go with 9. Wow, no, that's 10. 8. Okay. On that and
Oh, hello. You having fun?
No, and you?
Yeah. Lots of fun. Don't stand in front of that spring. There. It is the tension is on it. And obviously it's the first time I've ever done this, so if it decides to shoot off, yeah. But these definitely need to change. Right, so this is the one that was on there. Look at that. Right, it's not wobbling or anything. No. It's so horrible to push it, isn't it? Yeah, but it's going okay so far,
That's good.
which is the good thing.
This is the first side.
This is the first side, yeah, because I can't even do one at a time because I have to keep this jacked up because there's nothing holding this down. That would just drop on the floor and pull the hub out of the thing. Yeah, you wouldn't know why I was talking about anyway. No, you don't really care, do you?
Oh, I do. I come back anyway now. I have more problem.
Okay.
Oh,
Did you get everything you needed?
yeah.
Good. So, everything off. Oh, what a fucking Oh, wow. Lots of dirt. Ooh, yes, lots of dirt. Lots of opportunity for cleaning, which is good. And it's wax oil, old wax oil.
Yeah. She is not bad at all, just dirty. Right. And then I'm going to get the little bit of wax all I have left with my supplies and spray it under here to protect it. Another layer of protection from moisture. Moment. Check on the Hammerite Special. What are we doing? Dry. What's dry? This is dry. Looks so. Okay. Alright. Looks like we are ready to pop this back together. So let's bring this all the way back down. So that is the front. Bum. Okay, so that's back in there and the cup is back on there. What I can do now is then put the new strut mount on top. And what I should do now, take off my glove and get some lube, grease. Get a nice bit and then just put it around there. Nice bit of grease. And then what we're going to do eventually that fingers are too. So now what we can do, get our nut. We did have that's it, isn't it? So we can do now. Okay, put that on here. So should go in. Now, my anxiety can relax because this is basically going back on. If this spring decided now's the time it wants to Yes, we are. Okay. We're getting there. It's just taking a long time. Now, we want to do the opposite of what we did before. And this time, pull together. Right. Okay, we are in. Now, we've got some good movement there, that's good. The plate is on here, there, and there. Right now, it's time to, and that's scary, but take off the tension off here. I think this is original spring as well there. Okay. Nice. And there we have it. Top mount changed. Sitting the cups all right, that's good. Okay. So, that's good. I'm not going to film the next one. I'm just going to do it. So for me, it will be maybe a couple of hours. For you, a second.
Hello and welcome back. Wow, for you it's only been a couple of seconds. It's actually the next day, so yesterday I said that it would be a couple of hours. Well, that couple of hours turned into quite a few. Yeah, there was lots of things that extra I wanted to do while the wheel was off. I removed the inner wheel lining, cleaned out some mud. It looks like somebody driven through a swamp in this. Yeah, and then put some wax protection underneath, and then sprayed all the underside, and put the wheel liner back on, so it's protected from sort of fast growing rust. It doesn't fully protect rust, but it will halt it quite a lot. Yeah, so I did that on the first side before I put the shock absorber back on. And then I did the other side. By the time I finished last night, it was dark, so couldn't really see what I was doing anymore. So I called it a night, and then back this morning. But this morning is very much, I've got the wheel on the first side that I did yesterday. Today on the other side, I've just got to clean the brake disc, and then put the wheel back on. We'll drop the car, make sure that it's level, just leave it, give it a little bit of time to settle into the new mounts, and then we'll take it for a test drive, and see how it feels and handles. So as this is my first video doing this and ever really, videoing myself, bit out of my comfort zone, probably like most people, when I watch this back, you know, hearing yourself and seeing yourself, and you think, God, is that how I move? Is that how I sound? But I thought, you know, I follow some great content makers on doing similar thing to this in the UK, and I thought, hey, why not? Slightly different. They seem to have a little bit more experience than me. Not so much, but you know, a little bit more in some respects. They have workshops. They have, you know, all the tools. They've been in the car trade. I don't have any of that, so I didn't work in the car trade. I just have an interest and a love for old cars, keeping them on the road. So yeah, so thank you for watching, thank you for supporting, and I hope to bring more honest DIY, and yeah, thank you. I'm going to give the brake a little bit of a clean to make sure there's no dirt on it from yesterday, just so as they're new discs and pads, don't want anything to get stuck in there, so just use some brake cleaner in a can. Good stuff.
good clean up. All good. And then before I put the wheel back on, I'm going to use some copper paste just to stop the wheel from sticking to the brake disc. And you need to take it off next time. Okay. And then we can put the wheel back on. So we have the wheel here. Before I put that back on, I'm just going to reattach the rubber for the brake hose. Keep it in place. There we go. And then wheel. Wheel is back on. And check the other side. And then we're ready to drop. You catch me at the end of my first video, fixing the strut mounts on this Golf Mk2 1988. It's been a journey. You can probably see I'm wearing different clothes again from the last scene. Yeah, it's been over a good few days, this job. Wasn't easy, lots of learning. And now I'm test driving, so the end of all my videos, if we get the car working and we fix what we wanted to fix, then we'll go for a drive, test it out, enjoy the surroundings, enjoy the use of these old cars while we still can. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope it was enjoyable. Please leave me a comment if there's anything else particularly you want to see. This channel is called Rolling Retros. Obviously I'll be working on my retro cars, which is the Golf Mk2 and the MG TF. However, I might break the rules sometimes and work on my daily driver or my wife's daily driver if there's a job needs doing, if it's something new I haven't done before. But yeah, but this is it. Car feels good. I think at some stage though I need to change the original struts. They are oil pressured, I found, which was normal for this type of Golf at the time, a 1.6 litre engine. But yeah, they're not very nice to handle, very bouncy, cornering's a bit sketchy, so that will be on the list to do next. So one of the things that I will be doing in next video is I will be doing a service, so the annual service on the MG-TF. That is coming up before I put it away for the winter. So mainly I will be just doing an oil change, doing some winter and rust prevention care on the underside of the MG-TF around the wheel arches. I did all that last year, do it again this year. Yeah, but for now I'm getting the use out of the Golf because I haven't owned it that long, and actually it's a really fun, enjoyable car to drive, even though it's not the GT version. Maybe one day I get a GT version. So thank
thank you for watching again. Please like, subscribe and follow. Instagram rolling_retros as well, where I will post pictures, videos of not just my cars but also other retros that I find. Please feel free to share your own retro, your own project cars, anything you're working on. You know, I do like the underdog cars. You know, as I said, I love a GT, but do you know what? This Golf CL 1.6 litre engine, 72